The Three Brave Brothers. Chapter 1. The Kingdom of Eldoria. In the lush green kingdom of Eldoria, surrounded by towering mountains and dense forests, there lived three brave brothers named Aiden, Anthony, and Andres. These brothers were known far and wide for their courage and skill in slaying dragons. Eldoria was a peaceful and prosperous land, but was constantly threatened by dragons that roamed the skies and ravaged the villages. Aiden, the oldest, was a tall and strong young man with bright blue eyes and a calm demeanor. He was known for his wisdom and leadership. Aiden always carried a mighty sword, forged by their mother, who had been a legendary dragon slayer. Anthony, the middle brother, had a fiery spirit and a quick mind. He was known for his agility and sharp reflexes. Anthony wielded a pair of daggers that gleamed in the sunlight, a gift from their mother. Andres, the youngest, was full of curiosity and enthusiasm. He had a heart of gold and a talent for archery. His bow and arrows were crafted by the best bowyer in the kingdom, and he never missed his mark. The brothers lived with their mother in a cozy cottage on the outskirts of the capital city, where they trained daily in the art of dragon slaying. Their mother had taught them everything they knew, and the brothers had become a formidable team. Chapter 2. The Call to Adventure. One fateful morning, as the brothers were practicing in the courtyard, a messenger arrived from a nearby village. The village of Greenfield was under attack by a fearsome dragon named Sableclaw. The villagers were desperate for help, and they had sent the messenger to seek the aid of the famous dragon-slaying brothers. Without hesitation, Aiden, Anthony, and Andres decided to take on the quest to save Greenfield. They gathered their weapons and prepared for the journey. Their mother, proud yet worried, bid them farewell with words of encouragement and love. "Remember, my sons," their mother said, "always work together and trust in each other. That is your greatest strength." With their mother's blessings, the brothers set off on their journey to Greenfield. Chapter 3. Journey to Greenfield. The journey to Greenfield was long and arduous. The brothers traveled through dense forests, crossed wide rivers, and climbed steep mountains. Along the way, they encountered various challenges and dangers. One evening, as they were setting up camp by a river, they heard a loud roar coming from the forest. The brothers immediately grabbed their weapons and prepared for battle. A giant bear emerged from the trees, its eyes glowing with anger. Aiden stepped forward, sword in hand, and spoke calmly to the bear. "We mean you no harm, mighty bear. We are only passing through." The bear growled and charged at them. Anthony and Andres quickly moved to flank the bear, distracting it while Aiden delivered a powerful blow with his sword. The bear roared in pain and retreated into the forest. "Well done, brothers," Aiden said, sheathing his sword. "But we must remain vigilant. The forest is full of dangers." The next day, they continued their journey and encountered a wide, raging river. The current was too strong to swim across, and there were no bridges in sight. Anthony, ever the quick thinker, spotted a fallen tree nearby. "We can use this tree to create a bridge," he said. With their combined strength, the brothers managed to push the tree into the river, creating a makeshift bridge. They carefully crossed the river and continued on their way. Chapter 4. The First Battle. After several days of traveling, the brothers finally arrived at Greenfield. The village was in ruins, and the villagers were hiding in fear. Sableclaw, the fearsome dragon, had made its lair in the nearby mountains and was terrorizing the village. The brothers knew they had to act quickly. They devised a plan to lure Sableclaw out of its lair and into an open field where they could fight it more effectively. That night, under the cover of darkness, the brothers approached the dragon's lair. Andres, with his keen archery skills, shot a flaming arrow into the lair to get the dragon's attention. Sableclaw emerged from the lair, roaring in fury. Aiden, Anthony, and Andres led the dragon to the open field, where they had set up traps and obstacles. The battle was intense, with Sableclaw breathing fire and thrashing its massive tail. Aiden faced the dragon head-on, using his sword to deflect its fiery breath. Anthony moved swiftly, dodging the dragon's attacks and striking with his daggers. Andres stayed at a distance, firing arrows with precision. The brothers worked together seamlessly, each using their unique skills to weaken the dragon. Finally, with a mighty swing of his sword, Aiden struck the dragon's heart, and Sableclaw collapsed to the ground. Defeated, the villagers of Greenfield emerged from their hiding places, cheering and praising the brothers for their bravery. Chapter 5. Growing Threat. News of the brothers' victory spread quickly throughout Eldoria. However, their triumph was short-lived, as rumors began to circulate about an even greater threat. A colossal dragon named Stormfang had been sighted near the capital city. It was said to be the most powerful dragon ever seen. The brothers knew they had to confront this new threat, but they also felt a sense of doubt and fear. Stormfang was known to be ruthless and invincible. One evening, as they were preparing to leave Greenfield, an elderly woman approached them. She introduced herself as Alara, the village elder, and she had an important message for the brothers. Stormfang is indeed a fearsome dragon, Alara said, but you three have something that no dragon can defeat, the bond of brotherhood. Trust in each other, and you will find a way to overcome any challenge. Her words resonated deeply with the brothers, and they felt a renewed sense of determination. They thanked Alara and set off on their journey to the capital city. Chapter 6. The Mysterious Cave. On their way to the capital city, the brothers came across a hidden cave in the mountains. Intrigued, they decided to explore it. Inside the cave, they found ancient artifacts and inscriptions that told the story of the first dragon slayers. The cave was filled with puzzles and traps, which the brothers had to navigate carefully. Aiden used his wisdom to decipher the inscriptions, Anthony's agility helped them avoid the traps, and Andre's keen eye for detail allowed them to solve the puzzles. At the end of the cave, they discovered a chamber filled with powerful dragon-slaying weapons and armor. These artifacts had been crafted by their ancestors and were imbued with magical properties. Among the artifacts, Aiden found a sword that glowed with a blue light, Anthony discovered a pair of daggers that could cut through anything, and Andres found a bow and arrows that never missed their target. Armed with these powerful weapons, the brothers felt more confident than ever. They left the cave and continued their journey to the capital city. Chapter 7. Stormfang's Lair. As they approached the capital city, the brothers saw the devastation caused by Stormfang. The city was in ruins, and the people were living in fear. Stormfang had made its lair in the ancient ruins of a castle on a hill overlooking the city. The brothers knew that this would be their greatest battle yet. They devised a plan to confront Stormfang and save the city. On the day of the battle, the brothers approached the castle ruins. Stormfang emerged from its lair, a massive dragon with scales as hard as steel and eyes that glowed with a sinister light. Aiden, Anthony, and Andre stood their ground, ready to face the dragon. The battle was fierce, with Stormfang unleashing its fury upon them. Aiden used his glowing sword to deflect the dragon's attacks. Anthony's daggers cut through the dragon's scales, and Andre's arrows found their mark. Despite their efforts, Stormfang proved to be a formidable opponent. The brothers were pushed to their limits, but they refused to give up. They remembered Alara's words and trusted in each other. In a final desperate move, Aiden called upon the magic of his sword. The blue light enveloped the brothers, giving them the strength to deliver a powerful combined attack. With a mighty roar, Stormfang was defeated, and the city was saved. Chapter 8. Victory and Homecoming. The people of the capital city cheered and celebrated the brothers' victory. The king himself came to thank Aiden, Anthony, and Andres for their bravery and presented them with medals of honor. The brothers returned home to their mother, who were overjoyed to see them safe and triumphant. The kingdom of Eldoria held a grand celebration in their honor, with feasts, music, and dancing. Aiden, Anthony, and Andres were hailed as heroes, and their names became legendary throughout the land. They continued to protect Eldoria, always ready to face any challenge that came their way. And so, the three brave brothers lived happily ever after, knowing that as long as they stood together, there was no dragon they could not defeat.
Subscribe for more.